Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. How is everybody this morning? Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it so much. Today, we're doing a fundraiser for Craig Hendry out of Indiana. And Craig Hendry was one second, that is Craig right there. He's calling me on the phone. And this is the reason why we're doing it, this video right here. So everybody, do me a favor. Let me give a little background here. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, everybody. Chevy already in the chat. JT Soup, what's going on? Everybody hit the like button. Share the stream. Make sure that we're going to try to get to $3,000 today. Let's get into a little bit of what happened to Henry. And if you guys would please, can you type down in the comment section, free Hendry? Free Hendry. Can you put it just like this? Free Hendry. There you go. I put it in the chat for you. I'm going to put up my PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. They're all at zero right now. Of course, a few people already donated, but we're going to try to get to $3,000 today. That means I'm going to need you to put in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $100, whatever you could put in. I'm going to need you all to donate money today. And you're not going to see anything back in return other than feel good. That's all you're going to get out of it. And you know that you helped out a guy, and we're going to get him the DUI lawyer.
So what's going to happen if I don't give you my name?
Then you can be under arrest.
You are going to threaten us with physical violence. You better make sure you're willing to go all the way, because I am.
The way the law works is if the law doesn't say you can't do it, then you can do it.
If you want to lock people up for not breaking laws,
all men are created equal is the idea that if it is wrong for one man to commit an act, it is wrong for all men to commit that act. Too often, members of our government exclude themselves from the ranks of equal men, referenced by Thomas Jefferson when he said.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Hendry live stream. Today's episode, we are switching gears from the Vermilion County Circus, in which I was charged unlawfully and maliciously, and we are going to take a look at my Boyd County, Kentucky case, in which I was arrested for free speech. Now, this case, the arrest actually happened over a year ago. I want to show you all the arrest again, just in case anybody doesn't remember it, or in case somebody doesn't understand what this video is about. I want to show you guys the initial video, and then we're going to get into it, talk about some updates, what's been happening when I go to court, and what we can expect at the next court date, which is the date and time is in the description, along with the location. I am going to bring up the video to show you all of my actual arrest, so we can get right into it, and you all can see exactly what happened.
He's showing us what happened to him and the reason we're doing a fundraiser for him.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh my. You didn't know this? Yeah, I wanted to see the clerk.
They'll be bad here, bro. I don't think they'll be bad. I don't think they're going to be bad here, man. Sorry. Is that a law? It's a law?
I believe it's prohibited to film inside the building.
Where does it say that?
He's lying.
Hold on. Can we get this figure? Is it prohibited? Is there like a thing up here that says it?
I'm not sure what happened there.
And everybody, just for anybody that's new to the stream, this is the arrest. Just like it says on the ticker, this is the arrest that this update is over. This is in Boyd County, Kentucky. The next court date is on the 12th of February. We're going to continue on with the video.
Just want to make sure.
What all is in this building? Is the clerk of courts in here?
Okay. Please remove. It will be returned once you have passed through the metal detector. Items prohibited include, but are not limited to, pocket knives, wallet chains, and other large chains, keys, lanyards, nail files, anything with a blade, regardless of the size, firearms, pepper spray, and any other items as determined by security. These items may be returned to your vehicles or thrown away. They cannot be held for you or left hidden outside. And see that the reason that you have the right to search us, so according to the executive order, is for weapons, right? So this wouldn't really fall under that, at least to me. Oh, I'll empty. Yeah, I got no problem. Let me see.
Is that okay?
I just don't
I just wanna see
know.
the clerk. I don't want to record anybody sentencing or court. You know what I mean? I just want to see the clerk.
Okay, you're gonna get your supervisor here. All righty.
Just a minute.
Yeah, no problem, brother.
All right, guys. So we changed the camera angle in this part here. And at this point, they are trying to go get their supervisor. They've told us we can't enter the building with cameras. And I kind of question that and ask them to get somebody for me to talk to so that we can try to figure it out.
You guys can't record in here.
Why?
Record inside the building.
Why is it?
Why? It's a security risk.
What?
Oh,
Why are
no.
you-
I'm not
why
a
are you-
security risk.
No,
I
I'm
promise.
here. I'm here. It helps
I'm a
with the
journalist.
story. Where it helps for my story if I can get good scenes, skimming the walls, showing the architecture, showing the trees and whatnot.
Okay.
There's not a security risk. That's
Okay.
nonsense.
Did you talk to our head of security?
No, we only talked
No,
to you. You
but
said everything was okay.
You guys being
You have someone else with you all.
I
He's right there. He was talking to our
Okay.
supervisor.
Okay, yeah. I'm not with him. I'm not with him. I honestly don't know what the problem is. I think that you being employed by the county, the rules that you're paid to enforce are the laws with, regards to this courthouse. There's no law prohibiting any.
Okay. I
Any
just asked that
fun
you
recording.
speak to our head of security.
Well, okay. No, I just ask that you guys respect my right
I just wanted to.
to film in public and be
Yeah, it's
a
public.
journalist in public.
I
It's the
understand.
First
I just
Amendment.
asked that you speak.
And that's not an unreasonable request. Without transparency, we get the tyrannical police state we live in today. This man is a freedom fighter. This man is standing up for your rights.
to him.
Okay.
Prepared to just step
I
out and
actually
speak
don't
to
have
him
an
for a
interest. I don't
minute?
have an interest to speak with him.
Okay.
It's not against the law
Yeah.
to do what I'm doing.
It's not
I'm
okay
like,
to go through
I don't know what
security
else
and
to
see the
say.
Clerk of courts.
I don't know why
That's
it's so
not okay.
difficult to let a camera in.
Why would you sequester the clerk of courts so the public can't see?
Now they're really going to get the head of the security. That gal wasn't enough to run us out of here and chill our First Amendment rights. So they're going to go get somebody who is not afraid to do that.
Exactly.
But there's no law saying we can't do this.
Yeah, they picked the shorter list.
You guys admitted
right?
that you guys don't know the law. You want me to speak to the head of security. I'm just asking that you guys learn your jobs. Like, we're being all secretive. She's going to call some county attorney or some bullshit. Like, I've already gotten in touch with a lawyer. We're going to be doing some things with the federal courthouse because they wanted to act like.
Yes, he has been in touch with a lawyer. You guys probably have heard of him. He's called the DUI guy right here on YouTube. I think he has 268,000 subscribers. You can see clips of the court cases that he does. He's called the DUI guy, but he does a lot more than DUIs, including representing Hendry as soon as we have the money for him.
Clowns. If we want to do that here, we can do that. And it's not, I don't sue the counties. I sue each individual officer that violates me. And so that's the way that this is going to go.
I'm going to ask you, you're going to have to step to the side or something because we also have business to run.
Oh, that's fine. You guys run your business. I'm trying to,
Do my
get some of
Can
that.
you please move?
You
so
can,
that way I
hey,
get-
he is right here, dude.
Delivery from general sales.
Okay.
And, just need to see where I need to go and.
So you honestly don't want me to start the process?
That is a.
Empty
this
my
one's
pockets
across
or
the
nothing,
street.
you know?
Judicial court.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want
I
to.
don't want to hang out right here. That's the problem. I wanted to see the
Where
clerk.
can I park?
Yeah.
It's a 26 foot box. And I've got 40 cases coming in.
That's a big box.
I'm not sure where they park them over there. That's,
Hi. Did you just say we want to cause problems, man?
Oh, no. No, I just,
So their idea of freedom is us causing problems. Our idea of freedom is transparency. There's a big difference. Put that in the chat.
Deputy Runyon. He's a court security officer, and he is the chief court security officer in this building, representing the Boyd County Sheriff's Department at this time run by Sheriff Bobby Woods. Now it's under a new sheriff. I can't quite remember his name right at this second, but we'll get to that here soon. So we're going to continue on with this video. We're going to rewatch that little part here. This guy comes out and he basically says, we're going to go out here. So here we go. We're going to continue.
Journalist. Well, why?
Can't we talk right here?
Okay, we can talk right here, man.
Business going on here. Let's go
Yeah.
out here.
Well, there's business going on. I don't know what this is all about, guys. What do you mean now? Is that an order? Is that an order?
Let's go out here. Yes, it is.
Okay, what's going to happen if I don't?
That's up to you.
No, it isn't.
This is the most ironic part of the entire video. Hendry's going to call this man a tyrant, and it's very peculiar that he turns directly into a tyrant.
I'm not going to force you to violate me. I have a right to be here.
Let's go outside here. We'll talk about it.
Hey, okay, you can't. You're gonna physically assault us because we want to see the clerk of court?
Wow. Wow.
Are you really doing this? Because we trying to see the.
This is how you try to talk to people? You fucking thug.
He turns into
What's going on here?
incredible.
Oh my.
You getting all this?
Yeah, I wanted to see the clerk.
And I'm controlling somebody's vision. A legal
It wasn't a legal order.
matter of fact, I asked you to step outside.
Right, but you're overstepping your boundaries right there. You don't have the right to ask him to step outside. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to Delete Laws. My name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm an autodidactic constitutional law scholar, and in the past 2 years, I've traveled this country from California to Maine and back twice. Every city, town, and state I went to was full of tyrannical jackboot thug pigs, just like this tyrant right here. Now, Hendry's the guy that I've known for the last, I guess, couple years, as an acquaintance, just through mutual understanding on YouTube. And when I see somebody get arrested, I think about myself. Selfishly, I think to myself, gosh, if that was me in that courthouse and I was arrested and somebody had a platform with almost 500,000 subscribers on it, would they help me? Would somebody help me? Because we always think about self. And so I'm doing a fundraiser today for Hendry. But make no mistake about it, I'm doing it because I would hope somebody would do it for me too. Everything you do for yourself. You don't even take care of your children because you love your children. You take care of your children so that you're a better parent than your mom or dad was. This is Hobbes thinking in The Nature of Man. I'm just giving you the philosophy of which I'm giving here. May not be entirely true because I'm an empath, but it doesn't matter. Right now, what I need you to do, open up your phone, your Cash App, your Venmo. We have over 300 people in here between Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And what I want you guys to do is donate $5, $10, $15, $20, $25 and put 4 Hendry on it. I got my Cash App, my Venmo, my Zelle, everything right there. And I zeroed all my pay apps out this morning, and I'll show you my pay apps in a few minutes. But what I need you guys to do right now, we don't get anywhere if we don't do it together. I need you to pull your phone out and send me $20 right this minute. I need you to do it. Each and every one of you. If you donate and you're willing to cover the cost of shipping, I'll send you a trifold, a cop card. I'll do anything I can to raise the money to help this man because I hope somebody would do it for me. Really. I don't want to live in a dungeon. I don't want to live in a dungeon, police state, prison state, death state. I don't want to live in that. So what we show here today is our unity, our strength, our power by crowdsourcing. Without togetherness, without us becoming a cohesive unit, we can't do anything. The state has unlimited resources. My 501c3 won't be done till Monday, Tuesday of next week. So unfortunately, I tried to get this done. That's okay. I've raised over $50,000 the last couple of years, and we have helped so many people. Let's help Hendry. Right now, pull out your phone and donate right now. Every single dime that you send to my PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle will go directly to Craig Hendry, and he will give the money to the DUI lawyer, Larry. I forgot his last name off the top of my head. So Larry is the DUI lawyer. And so we're going to give all the money to him. Let's help Craig. I'm going to bring Craig on in a few minutes, but I just want to show you exactly what he uncovered in that town in Indiana. And the reason why he's really being persecuted. This is just him standing up for our rights. This isn't really why he's being persecuted and prosecuted in Indiana.
That wasn't a legal order if you asked.
You're about to mess up big time. We can't just arrest me for asking a question.
And, maybe we'll retire here all these days. I'm at school. I hope you got that too.
Okay, so you can call us morons, but when he calls you a thug, you put him in handcuffs.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why?
unless I know.
Now, the other one did it, if you want to.
I was then arrested and taken to a room
A dungeon.
in the back of this courthouse, sat there in handcuffs, sweating for hours, it seemed like. For what seemed like hours. I don't know exactly how long it was, but they took my phone, and the two people that were with me, who is Ty from Gem City News, that guy does great work. He was with me on this day. He stood in the exact same place that I was arrested. All right. Now, the charges in this case were criminal trespass and disorderly conduct. Both of my friends stood in the same place I was arrested for criminal trespass for multiple minutes after I was arrested, and neither of them got arrested. This guy just needed to get it off his chest. He needed to get that arrest in. He needed to get this anger off of his chest, and that's what he did in this case. Now, I saw a comment in the comments section, why don't you stick in Indiana? It seems safer because, well, I looked up the Kentucky laws before I went, but I failed to look up one law, which is that you need to file a suit in Kentucky in 1 year. You need to have a suit filed 1 year after the date of arrest. It's been more than 1 year after the date of this arrest by about 1 month and 2 days. Now, I was incarcerated for a long period of that, which means that it is questionable whether we still have a window to file a lawsuit. And we're talking to lawyers right now about that because here in Indiana, we have 2.5 years to file a tort claim when your civil rights have been violated. So that was a bit of a let's say, a surprise to me. So in this case, we may have really missed our opportunity to sue them. But that does not mean that they are not going to prosecute me and try their hardest to see me lose my freedom. Of course, what's happened is I've gone to Boyd County Court maybe 6 times since this incident, 7 times. And every time the prosecutor has offered to dismiss the charges, if I will but say in a court of law, if I will perjure myself and say that they had reason to arrest me in this video. Well, I won't say that. I'm going to stand on my position that this is an absolute illegal arrest. It was an atrocity to our legal system. And backing that up, after one of my court dates, we went and interviewed the sheriff of this town. Of course, I don't know his name right now, but we might learn it in the video. So I want to show you guys the video that I got asking the sheriff, the new sheriff, about this arrest, and we'll see his reaction in this video. So give me 1 second. I'm going to get that up, and we will take a look at that here.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to that video in 1 second. Oh, sorry. Let me pause that again. Still got it going. Okay, so we're gonna go back to that video in 1 second, but I just want to remind you guys that if this happened to you, if this was you, you would want me to turn on my camera and ask everybody in the room to throw in $5 or $10. If this happened for your son, if this happened for your daughter, you would reach out to me. Just like, almost every single contact that I get on my phone starts off with the first line saying, Chille, help me. And for the love of God, I wish I could help every single person. However, when I see someone is in jail or being persecuted and prosecuted, and we have the ability to help that person, then I'll stop everything I'm doing and I'll do a fundraiser for that person. And we've bailed people out of jail in the past couple of years. How many of you guys have donated to what I do before? How many of you guys have donated to exactly what I do? How many of you guys have my PayPal, my Venmo, my Cash App? Just for the other people in the room right now, how many of you guys have seen me do this exact same thing 10 times, 20 times? How many of you guys, put a 1 in the chat if you've seen me do this and you've seen exactly what we do on Team DLZ. We have a group of empaths in this room who have helped so many people. So many people. So I just want to show you guys that we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. I'm not used to being up this early and going live. I'm sorry, I'm still a little sick, but we're going to bring on Hendry in 1 minute. But I just want to show you the video that Hendry just sent me and show you exactly how they've been targeting him. And then I'm going to show you the video as to the real reason why, not just what you see on the screen. Look at the POW style of arrest that we've allowed them to do to us in the name of doing it to blacks. We allowed them to do this to blacks for 100 years. However they treated the blacks in the streets was just fine, so that's how they treat us now. That's exactly how they treat us. They treat us as though we are just the lowest scum of the earth. As soon as you're put in torture cuffs,
He's running them around town, guys.
They dehumanize you.
Yeah.
God bless you, Shanta. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate it. If you guys donate any money, put it in the chat so I can say to you guys, thank you. I'll call you out. Captain, so the way I do it is I collect all the funds and then I distribute them.
Make him out, but we've got Hendry, the Indiana sweatshirt.
Hendry's just filming. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right on, Jack. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, $100. Whatever you can donate. If $1 is all you can donate, thank you so much. Steve, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We're going to help this freedom fighter all the way to the very end.
I guess they're arresting him.
Yes, they are. Eat my shorts, coppers. They are arresting Hendry. Arresting him. He's done nothing but point a camera at those jackboot thug pigs. Put it in the chat, JBTP, jackboot thug pig. Derek sent in $10. Dan sent in $50. Brandy sent in $50. Oh my God, you guys are beautiful. Thank you so much. CM put in $10. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And look at Hendry's demeanor. Look at this man as he freedom fights, as they have him in torture cuffs. Put a 1 in the chat if you know how painful those torture cuffs are. Put a 1 in the chat if you know how painful the torture cuffs are. They are so painful, but yet Hendry smiles in the face of tyranny. That's why we're helping this guy out.
So what's he arresting you for?
Yeah, what are you arresting him for?
They really just don't.
He asked the question.
They say they're trying to confirm a warrant.
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're all right. I thought we took care of all the warrants.
Putting him in a freaking dungeon. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's done nothing. This man, he's done nothing but point a camera. That's his whole crime. That's his whole crime. Elegant Junk just threw in $25. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We got to get to $3,000 today, so let's go. Throw it in. Mark LaGrange just threw in $20. Thank you so much. You're watching the man we're giving every dime to. You guys have seen me do this before. I'll put it up in my community tab. Every dime. Look at Jessica. Don't have much, but sent in $15. God bless you. God bless you. That's what I'm talking about. Jessica says she doesn't have much, but she put in $15. That to me, Kyle just put in $20 on Venmo. That's what I'm talking about. Crowdfunding. We have to help people individually. We have to help them with a crowd of people. There's almost 500,000 subscribers here. There's over 300 people in this room. 300 times $10 is $3,000 right there. Your contribution of $1, $5, $10, it actually matters. It actually matters. Chevy coming through with $100. And there's another donation I'm going to talk about at the end of this broadcast that I'm not bringing up just yet. I'll bring it in at the very end. Look at him. Look at him. My God.
Well, they say they're trying to confirm a warrant that was issued today. It's kind of hard to believe that they're on top of it that much.
Of course, it's BS. They're targeting him because he's
my concern is the 25-foot mark. I think I'm about 25 feet away. Ty Glenn, that's me.
So, did you hear Ty? And he was saying how, man, I'm not sure how they're so fast. How'd they get a warrant out for him so quickly? Well, when you have the mayor of the town, so the mayor hires the chief of police. The chief of police hires a lieutenant. Lieutenant then hires subordinates. That's how it works. That's the way it works. So if you have a corrupt mayor at the very top, well, then he can target you using the chief of police, the lieutenant, and everyone jackboot thug pig underneath of them. And they don't swear an oath to the Constitution. They swear allegiance to the one above them and the one below them. They hate the guy above them and they hate the guy below them. When I talk to tons of cops on the phone, ex-cops on the phone, you know what they tell me? It's a shit job. They all hate each other. They're all gunning for each other. And that one gang takes on another gang, sheriff, city, borough cops. It's a disgusting group. It really is. It's a tyrannical group. So that's what we're doing now. We're fighting back for Hendry. Right now, pull your phone out. Donate $5, $10, $20, whatever you can do. $1. Just donate. Because I'll tell you what, if it was you, you would want me to do this for you. And if you get caught on camera and the mayor of the town targets you like they do here, I'll help you. If you film it and I see it's injustice, I'll help you. So we're watching Hendry get arrested here, but let's get into something a little bit different so you understand.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am bringing you proof of a corrupt mayor and employees of a small city in Indiana. Let's get into the video.
If you sell this property to some developer or something, do you automatically record that to all of a sudden that developer is responsible from then on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We give them a deed. They get a deed and it's recorded.
Here. So there's no building not going on the city property before it's turned over to the developer?
No.
That is the attorney for the city of Clinton in Indiana. And everything you just heard him say was an absolute lie. He is currently being questioned by Vermilion County Commissioner Tim Yoakum.
Pay very close attention. This is why they're persecuting and prosecuting Hendry. This is the real reason why.
Question is, has the city had anyone build units on their property before the...
Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
The commissioner is asking about these properties. The houses on them were built by contractor Timothy Cottrell, while the city still owned the properties. This allowed the contractor to avoid the cost of such inconveniences as buying the land and paying property taxes, which is probably why Scott Craig is feigning ignorance about them. But he then claims to be knowledgeable about the very area that all this happened on.
That area down around Feather Creek in Clinton, there's a lot of parcels down there, and most people weren't paying their taxes on them because they were worthless parcels of land. So we had a lot concentrated there in that North 6th Street, North 7th Street, North Street area. Most of those now have either been gone through the tax sale. There's a couple of people who still live down there and they do pay their taxes.
So he is aware of the properties, but at the same time, unaware of them.
And there is our freedom fighter right there capturing everything on video. And as you guys know, the tyrannical government that's been put in place with tyrannical people, they don't want Craig Hendry sitting in the front row filming everything. They don't want a freedom fighter there who's going to expose everything.
Now, I'm sure you all are thinking, why does this matter? If government officials are speaking, most often they are lying. As true as this lie affects real people and also shows to an extent the lack of accountability for government officials and their close friends. Let me give you some background. In the early 2000s, a man named Kevin Kiger.
Pay very close attention. This is where Hendry lays it out. A man named Kevin Kiger in the early 2000s. Listen carefully. I'm going to break it down.
Bought almost a whole 2 blocks of properties with the hope of building a home for himself and
Kevin Kiger bought a whole bunch of land down there to build a home for himself.
His offspring. When Kevin went to the city to get a building permit, he was told by Mayor Jack Guilfoyle.
Jack Guilfoyle, who hires the chief of police, who hires the lieutenant, who then hires the subordinate beta male jackboot thug pigs. Jack Guilfoyle is in charge of all of them. Does he look like an innocent, nice guy to you, or does he look corrupt?
And 2 of the mayor's predecessors that he would not be able to get a permit for that land because it is in a flood zone. After Kevin realized that he would not be legally allowed to erect a building on his own property, he judged that the property was worthless to him. As a result, Kevin stopped paying property taxes on the now worthless land. The city then took the property from Kevin for delinquent taxes and allowed
Chevy Bucks coming through with another 100, another 110. Chevy just threw in because he can. Do me a favor, whatever you can, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $1. Throw it in. Throw it in.
Timothy Cottrell, a local contractor and friend of the mayor's, to start construction on the same property they just told Kevin he couldn't construct on. On top of that, they let the mayor's friend build while the city still owned the property, which allowed the mayor's friend to avoid property taxes and possibly liability, contrary to the lies attorney Scott Craig told at the county commissioners meeting.
If you sell this property to some developer or something, do you automatically record that to also that developer is responsible from then on?
Yes. Yeah. We give them a deed. They get a deed and it's recorded here.
So there's no building not going on the city property before it's turned over to the developer?
No. They get a deed and it's recorded. Yeah.
Automatically record that to also that developer is responsible from then on?
Yes. Yeah.
So the developer is responsible from then on.
Yes. We give them a deed. They get a deed and it's recorded.
They get a deed and it's recorded.
So there's no building not going on the city property?
There's no building going on the city property before it's turned over to the developer, right? There's no building going on before it's turned over to the developer.
Before it's turned over to the developer.
Oh, big pause, because he has to decide if he wants to lie on the record or not.
Let's get into the evidence. We know the city attorney is lying about there being no building on city property.
He lied on the record, on camera. Scott Craig, you're a scumbag, dude.
Because the property was transferred to Tim Cottrell in 2023, according to the county website. But Google satellite images from mid-2022 show that 12 properties were already constructed there. In addition to this evidence, the local news also ran a story about these very properties, in which Timothy Cottrell makes some pretty revealing statements about these properties. Let's watch.
New housing is coming to a spot in Clinton that sat empty for...
Remember, the Lion state-run media, Jack Guilfoyle and Scott Craig, the scumbag city attorney, have called the press to do a puff piece on them and say how great it is that they've stolen this land from Kevin.
Let's watch.
New housing is coming to a spot in Clinton that sat empty for nearly a decade. The floodplain by North 6th Street now has 12 homes with many young families living in them.
Oh, yay. Yeah, many young families living in them. It's corruption.
Blake Dollier tells us how this project came together and how it'll help the small town. Patrice Rondrell, a local business.
Then they pass it to another guy in a suit and tie who's, you're just getting reaffirmed that what they're doing is good. They're adding young families.
Owner and Mayor Jack Guilfoyle have one thing in common. They both say they want to see more young people live and work in Clinton.
BS. They have one thing in common. They're corrupt to the core.
Now that business owner has laid the groundwork to help make that dream a reality. If you know Tim Cottrell, you know he's either working on roofs or building homes.
If you know Tim Cottrell, you know that he has a real cozy relationship with the mayor, Guilfoyle.
He says he loves the city of Clinton, but a conversation with his daughter about the city had him concerned.
Well, it started with a comment from my daughter, kind of a negative comment about the city, and that struck me because that's our hometown, and I didn't want her to feel like it's a bad area.
Oh, he didn't want his daughter to feel negative about the area. He needs to get rich. He needs to be corrupt to the core, partner with Guilfoyle, making sure that you can get a permit down there, build down there. Oh, but he's not going to need a permit.
Mayor Jack Guilfoyle says a lot of younger people are leaving the city, but says Cottrell is helping bring some back. He's invested in building 12 houses on a floodplain near North 6th.
He's invested in building 12 houses? You sure about that?
Street. He's building them to be flood proof.
I've been on a mission for several years to improve Clinton as much as I can.
No, bro, you're a contractor. You've been on a mission for several years to get as many houses up as you can so you get a passive rent income from the people renting those houses so you can be in the top 1%. So you can kick back money, campaign donations to Jack Guilfoyle. Don't lie, Tim. You're exposed, bro.
I try to take the worst houses in town and then either tear them down and build something new, or
no, you get the worst houses in town because they're just transferred to you. The property's given to you by Guilfoyle.
Or rehab them if I can.
That dream of making his city better.
It's not a dream of making his city better. It's a dream of him having 20 houses with a passive income. He's making $800, $600, $400 per house. $4,000, $8,000 a month on a passive income doing nothing.
Came with a pretty hefty price tag.
Yeah,
that he didn't pay.
Know who else would want to sink $1 million into flood zone in Clinton?
You didn't, Tim. You didn't. You didn't sink $1 million into a flood zone in Clinton. You're lying to the news. You're exposed.
And that's about what it ended up costing. And I don't have $1 million, but
we know that. But you got Jack as the mayor. He's going to help you out.
You know, I found a way. I found a way to make it.
Yeah, you did. You sure did. By corruption, greed, stealing from the people. You jackboot thug pig sucker.
Happens.
He did not have $1 million, but he found a way. Perhaps some of the money he used came from the city of Clinton, as the city did admit to reallocating almost $250,000 from a project in the town to the same area that Cottrell built his housing on. Also, when the properties were belatedly transferred over to Cottrell, the clerk treasurer of the city, Lori Kersey, appears to have never signed her name on the quitclaim deed that I have been shown. Supposedly.
Why didn't Lori sign it? Is anybody there? Because right now, Hendry's under bond stipulations. Is anybody there? Can any member of the press ask Lori Kersey why she didn't sign it? That's very peculiar. That the treasurer of the city didn't sign the document transferring the property.
Appears to have never signed her name on the quitclaim deed that I have been shown, supposedly showing that she did not support these questionable acts within her own city government.
I don't know who else would want to sink $1 million into flood zone in Clinton.
You didn't, dude. You didn't. Just stop, bro. Just stop. Just stop your lies, Tim. Stop your lies, dude. You and Jack colluded together with the city attorney, Scott Craig, and you, my friend, have egg all over your face. We're all watching, Tim, and you're watching, Tim. I guarantee you're watching, Tim. And why don't you do the right thing? Because you, Tim, you won't. Tim's makes me sick. We're raising money right now for the defense fund for Craig Hendry from the channel Hendry. We're hiring the DUI guy, Larry Foreman. You guys can look up Larry Foreman. Every dime that you donate right now, please use Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I've done this 20 times at least. Team DLZ knows what I do. I'll show you guys the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. We have to get to $3,000. So please, right now, this is a fundraiser for Craig Hendry. I've got Hendry backstage. I'm going to bring him on. He's representing himself in all the videos right now. I'm going to bring him on in a moment. But listen to how deep this corruption goes. This is why they're prosecuting him and persecuting him. This is the truth. This is unbelievable. Oh, Mike almost fell down. This is unbelievable what you're seeing here. Right now, pull your phone out and donate $10 if you can. $5. I'll take whatever you can do. And we're going to give that money to Larry Foreman. And then we're going to follow the trial. This is going to be so much fun for all of us.
That's about what it ended up costing. And I don't have $1 million, but I found a way. I found a way to make it happen.
One thing is certain. Tim Cottrell has never met Kevin Kiger, the man who originally owned and wanted to build on this property.
Initially, I wasn't sure what kind of demand we would have for them. And as I built, I had to take my time building them. I didn't have the funding to do it all at once. But as I built each one of them, they were rented out before we even finished them. So it really worked out well.
So now, thanks to Cottrell's...
I had to take my time building them.
You had to take your time building them because you got the land transferred to you, you jackboot thug pig sucker. You got the land transferred to you, bud. You took your time because you're not on the hook for jack squat, dude. You took no risk. You took no risk, Tim.
Have the funding to do it all at once, but as I built each one of them, they were rented out before we even finished them.
How's he going to get the funding? How's that going to happen?
So it really worked out well.
So now, thanks to Cottrell's statement, we know that he was renting out city property and presumably keeping the money for himself, which explains why the county government was asking questions in the first place. What we are asking is how they are allowed to do this to people like Kevin Kiger and get away with it. According to Mayor Jack Guilfoyle, the state has already looked into this issue. And
let me remind you, Kevin Kiger is the guy who originally bought those properties in the early 2000s. And then Jack Guilfoyle with the city council said, oh, we can't give you permits to build down there because, well, it's a flood zone. And so then Kevin stopped paying the state taxes, the city taxes, whatever the taxes were for the area, because if he bought the property and then he can't develop on it, then it's a bad investment. So Kevin stopped paying taxes and the city took the property back from him.
Found no risking is how they are allowed to do this to people like Kevin Kiger and get away with it. According to Mayor Jack Guilfoyle, the state has already looked into this issue and found no wrongdoing.
Mayor, why have you sold properties to a private contractor for an average of $1 per property?
Ask him, he's asked me that question before, and so he both got the answer.
So did the state of Indiana.
Yeah, and they said there was nothing wrong.
No, they did.
Yes, we did.
No, it's on tape.
The city attorney met with Will.
The city attorney said he swept it under the rug.
The city has never provided any proof that any building permits were ever granted to Tim Cottrell to build in that flood zone. And the person in charge of the permits for the city, Kenneth Weininger, told me that Tim never got permits. What he got was permission. Sure would have been nice for Kevin Kiger, but the reality is that we shouldn't need permission to build on our own property. We definitely shouldn't be paying thugs like these for the right to own property. However, the moral of this story is rules don't apply to the rulers, only the rules. Some may be asking, who exactly is to blame for this double standard in the city of Clinton?
Well, it's corruption, greed, money, it's power. And poor Kevin bought those properties, a great investment in the early 2000s. And Jack Guilfoyle made sure that he couldn't get a permit to build down there so they could steal it from Kevin and give it to Tim. And Tim is so magnanimous, isn't he? No.
And in my opinion, the answer to that is the mayor, Jack Guilfoyle Jr., and the other local.
You see? Do you understand? I'm just laying it out for you as Hendry does so you understand what we're dealing with here. This is why we're doing a fundraiser for Craig Hendry right now. This is why. So right this second, pull your phone out and donate $10 right now, $20 right now. Pull your phone out and do it. Let's get to the $3,000 mark. I'll show you the transfer to Hendry at the end of the day today. And let's raise him the $3,000 to hire the DUI guy in Kentucky. Let's hire him. Let's hire Larry Foreman. And then Larry is going to televise through YouTube because he makes videos of all of his court appearances. We get to watch. So you're actually investing kind of in a very sick and twisted form of entertainment as we watch the state persecute, prosecute, wrongfully charge Craig Hendry because Jack Guilfoyle wants to make sure he can just divvy out his our property, publicly owned by the city property, to Tim. And that's what he did. That's what he did. That's literally what he did. It's just the next person who puts in $10, and I need you to put it in the chat. The next person who puts in chat $10 or more, I'm going to send you a free cop card and free trifold. Essentially, you're paying $10. But then with 340 people in here, $10, we're going to get to our goal. We're going to get to our goal. We're going to help this guy. And we're going to get to watch the help because Larry Foreman, the DUI guy, he films his court cases. And if I need to, I will go to Kentucky myself and I will cover the trial through my YouTube channel. We have to get together on this. If we don't get together, are you going to leave me in jail? I mean, are you going to leave me there? I hope you don't leave me there. Don't leave me in the dungeon. Don't let them persecute me, prosecute me. Don't let them do it to me. I'm going to need your help. Don't let them do this to Craig Hendry. Don't let them ruin him. He's got kids at home. I think he has a pregnant wife. We can't allow this. We cannot allow this. We have to bond together to help him.
In my opinion, the answer to that is the mayor, Jack Guilfoyle Jr., and the other local officials that have imposed the rules when it benefits them and overlooked the same rules when their friend is the party in question. As a result of my investigation into this city and asking questions to local officials, I have been charged with felony stalking the alleged victim, a woman that works in the mayor's office in real life, but on paper is a utility clerk.
Who's stalking who? She's got her little pink camera out and she's filming Craig Hendry filming her. What a load of poop in her pants. She's a victim. She works for the mayor and now she's being charged with a felony. The mayor hires the chief of police. The chief of police charges Craig Hendry with felony stalking for being a journalist. That's where our country is right now. That's what's going on. Felony, my friends, felony. And Craig Hendry will not plea out. He will not take a plea deal. We've talked on the phone. He will not back down. He will not surrender. He will not say die. He is not done. He's only 24 years old. His activism has just begun. Let's help him. Let's help him. Really. Let's help this kid. Young man, forgive me. I'm double his age. So if it was you, you'd want me to help you. And for the love of God, I wish I could help every one of you who contact me. I'm sorry that I can't. And a lot of you, I say, do you have a video? And they don't. Craig's got a video. And he's sitting in the front row of the city council calling out Jack Guilfoyle. And they ignore him and they all go back to the back room and smoke their cigars as they're all getting rich. What a scam. And now Hendry's going to be a felon from 24 years old on. He's got 50, 60, 70 years of life left. And he's going to go through life as a felon. How many people understand what that means? When they put the scarlet letter on you, that F, you are ruined. It ruins your life. It absolutely ruins your life. Let's not let them do this to him. I believe Larry Foreman is a damn good lawyer. I've interviewed him on my channel. An amazing man. Every dime that you donate today goes to Craig, and then Craig pays his lawyer. There's a slippery slope here. You and I cannot pay Craig Hendry's lawyer. Craig Hendry can pay Craig Hendry's lawyer. We collect the money, we give him one lump, and then he can pay Larry Foreman. Donate right now, please. Please. If you would, please donate now, right now. We got to get to $3,000. I might be here for 3 hours. I don't care. I don't care. I'll do anything I can to help a real freedom fighter. Look at what the work he's done. Look at the work he's done. This guy's amazing. And you're investing in your own entertainment. Larry Foreman will for sure film this. He will 100% film it. I will go to Kentucky and interview Larry and ask him, how's the trial going? What's going on? Can you give us an update? We don't stop.
Me exposing corruption, asking questions of local officials, and exercising my right to record in public while doing so is not a criminal offense. However, they are attempting to persecute me with felony charges that carry up to 2.5 years in prison. To help me fight back against this tyranny, please donate to either my Cash App or PayPal, and share this video to help expose this corruption to as many people as possible.
Dean, was it you that told the county boys to arrest Rich the other day, or was that Jack?
Neither.
Neither of you guys?
Shut the door and go on.
Neither.
Okay. I just wanted to ask. That's what I heard. How's it going, Dean? I know that he told Billy to
Taking pictures, huh?
just you and your truck.
You can delete them too, because I'll get your ass on harassment.
On harassment?
Oh, really?
What? Sir, calm down. Calm down, sir.
I hope he doesn't hit him.
He's got that Indiana plate. I don't even think that's got a 2023 sticker on it. God damn it. Does it? Let's see. Well, it looks like it does. All right, that was the right color.
If you guys donate any money, go ahead and put it right in the chat so I can feature you up here on stage. Even $1, and we're super grateful. Anything you can do, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Oh. Okay, so am I, Patty. I'm just trying to find out why there's so much weight being suspended from a totally unreliable structure right there on the corner. That's a good idea. I think we got one of those. Wall beaver? You doing all right today, Steve? Jeez.
Craig, check the private chat, bro. Okay, so I need the link for this video that we're watching. I need the links to be able to do what I do. So if you guys would please, I have up Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Claudette. Thank you. If you guys can, try to use the Pay Apps or Zelle, so that way I can take, because they take 40-50% of the money. I only give 50% of super chats now because I've hosed myself before by giving away all of the super chat money. But if you guys would do me a favor, please use the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle, and every single dime that you guys donate will go directly to Craig Hendry. And then Craig Hendry will pay his lawyer, the DUI guy, Larry Foreman, and then you and I will get to watch it. And if I can, which I know that I can, I will fly my happy butt straight to Kentucky, and I will follow the trial myself, where they're charging Craig Hendry with a felony for being the freedom fighter that he is. So please, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle, and then put the money that you donated in the chat so that I could recognize you publicly. And believe me, I don't care if it's even $1, because with 350 people here across these platforms, if every person puts in $1, we're $350 closer. $2 is $700 closer. $3 is $1,000 closer. If every person here could do $3, and not everybody can, but if you can, then $3 gets us to where we need to be. $3 from everybody. Terry just put in 50. Thank you, Terry, so much. I super appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Dumbass weight shine or something. From out here, you can see they got the gym right here.
Chris Alderson says a felony
wind chime is what I hear. It's a weight chime. And it was put up by Cottrell and friends, I believe. But there's pictures. And I can cut to the pictures, but there's pictures of this thing being put up by something that looks exactly like this lift.
Thank you so much. That's the goal. We got to get to 6K. We're doing 3 today.
But yeah, something like this lift was putting it up. And it is this lift here. It is exactly this lift. All right. Let's see if we can find a VIN number.
Excuse me.
There's a serial number right there.
God bless you, JT Soup. Thank you so much, man. Dude. So guys like JT Soup, who now you got some folks in here who have some dough and they can throw in. They can put the money in. Guys like JT Soup who put in $10 when I say please put in $5 or $10, and then that's what he has to give, and that's what he gives. And to me, people like that who don't have money to give, that means he's going to have to skip lunch one day this week. That means he's going to have to skip what he does every week. There's going to be something that he has to cut to send in that $10. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the sacrifice that I'm talking about. That's where we got to be. You know, if you're a Chevy or a Felicia or a V Boyer, you could put in 100, 200, or a Chuck or one of these guys, Danny, David, Steve, Felipe. There's so many people who can put in 100, put in 200. God bless you. Thank you. But if you're one of those folks that can only put in $1.50, man, thank you. That's what crowdfunding is about. That's what crowdfunding is about. Crowdfunding is about the group of people together coming up with a large sum of money by each of us putting in what we don't have to give, that we don't have it. And we're struggling ourselves. But if we lose our freedoms, if we lose the freedom of speech, the freedom of press, the freedom to assemble, then we have nothing. You will go to work and you will be a slave. And believe me, they love it. They absolutely love it. They can't wait. They can't wait to make you a slave. All right, let's bring on Craig Hendry. Craig, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, Chille. How are you doing?
My brother, we're doing it, man. These people here, these people are putting money in an account for you, dude. And I'm going to send you every single dime. We got Here's the Deal in the room, a huge channel. We got News Now Ninja in the room, a huge channel. I mean, people are really paying attention. Roy's throwing in $10 through a super chat. I mean, the money's just rolling in. We're going to get to $3,000 today. Right here, we got Dumper Dave put in $10, what he could do. God bless you, Les Paul. Les Paul puts in money on every single fundraiser I've ever done. I mean,
bless him. And thank you to everybody that's thrown in, and thanks for hosting.
You bet, man. You bet. Look at that. Unisex, he gave a $2 super chat. If you guys put any money in, and Here's the Deal's got it right. We are all Craig Hendry. For the love of God, if this was me, please, somebody organize and take all the funds into one place so you can get it for my bail or for my lawyer. Craig and I had a conversation last night, and, Craig, everything people do is really, they do it for themselves. This is Hobbes thinking of the nature of man. And so we do the things we do so that It doesn't happen to us. So if you're out of food, you donate food or money to somebody, because if you were out of food, you would want someone to help you out. And we are all Craig Hendry. We all are Craig Hendry. Yeah, I see that it froze up there, and that's perfectly fine. And so now I'm gonna cut to right here, and I'm gonna bring this in. Let me show you guys his video of when he first got out of jail. Check this out. This is Craig when he very first got out of jail. I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning. This video is only 10 minutes.
I'll give you my name.
Then you can be under arrest.
If you are going to threaten us with physical violence, you better make sure you're willing to go all the way, because I am.
The way the law works is if the law doesn't say you can't do it, then you can do it. If you want to lock people up for not breaking laws,
All men are created equal is the idea that if it is wrong for one man to commit an act, it is wrong for all men to commit that act.
So let me give you the philosophy of that. That's going to be Kant, Immanuel Kant. And he's going to create something called categorical imperative. And this is by Immanuel Kant, K-A-N-T. He's a philosopher. And Craig Hendry just kind of quoted what Immanuel Kant taught. And what did he teach?
lock people up for not breaking laws, then you can do it.
Threaten us with physical violence, you better make sure you're willing to go all the way, because I am.
And he did go all the way. He went to the dungeon being charged with a felony.
The way the law works is if the law doesn't say you can't do it, then you can do it. If you want to lock people up for not breaking laws,
All men are created equal is the idea that if it is wrong for one man to commit an act, it is wrong for all men to commit that act.
So Kant's philosophy, Immanuel Kant's philosophy, is that no matter what you do, doesn't matter what you do, you can do it. You're free to do whatever you want. Then what Kant asks the individual to do is to think about one thing. If it's okay for you to do it, no matter what that may be, then it's okay for everybody to do it. It's okay for everybody to do it. And that literally is what Craig Hendry is saying. If it's okay for you to lock me up for no reason, then you can lock up everybody for no reason. Think about that in a bigger scale. If it's okay for you to throw a banana peel out the window when you drive down the car, then it's okay for everybody to throw a banana peel out the window as they drive down the road. And what happens? Then we have a road full of banana peels. Remember the old cartoons? You slip on the banana peel. So that's exactly what he's saying here. If they can do this to him, then they can do this to any of us. And then you're going to call me and say, Chille, can you please help me do a fund? God bless you. Look at that. Agatha, look at that. Everybody, can you say thank you, Agatha? I mean, I'm Agatha donated $1 because that's what she has to donate. That, don't make me cry, man. That is just, Agatha, you send me your mailing address and I'm going to send you out some products from DLZ. I'll donate those products. Wow. That hit me right in the chest here. Let me get off camera so I can get my eyes stop watering.
Too often, members of our government exclude themselves from the ranks of equal men, referenced by Thomas Jefferson when he said.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Hendry channel. I am fresh out of jail. We've got an update for you here. I made 3 live stream videos over the past month that detailed where I was going to jail, why, who was going to do it to me, and the reason that they were going to do it. And of course, I was correct about everything. These people are shameless. They arrested me for disobedience when it came to an absolutely pointless order. And, you know, we saw demonstrated government officials' lack of shame, just on full display for everybody to see. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who has supported me in this incident.
And now the support, now, you know, where he says he wants to thank everybody. God bless you, Alan Hub. Alan Hub just sent in $20. John Eagle is here. So anybody new, this is a fundraiser for Craig Hendry. We're raising $3,000 to put the down payment, the first half of $6,000, to hire Larry Foreman, who's also known as the DUI guy, who's based out of Kentucky. In Kentucky, Craig Hendry is being charged with a felony of stalking the mayor's assistant. or I can't remember exactly what she is. She works for the mayor. The mayor, Craig Hendry has proved, is colluding with Tim Cottrell to give the property to Tim and then let him build on the property with no permit. He built the houses with no permit. He transferred $250,000 to, there's a transfer of $250,000. There's a appropriations of $250,000 for that little area down there. Craig Hendry tried to find where those appropriations went, and he can't. He can't get the records where that $250,000 went. But we heard Tim Cottrell say, you need $1 million, and I didn't have it. But you know what? We found a way. Yeah, Jack Guilfoyle found a way. Wonder what the kickback is on that. Jack, what are you making? Jack, what are you making from that, huh? Because Craig Hendry is paying with his life. Craig Hendry is paying with his freedom, Jack. Craig Hendry is being persecuted, prosecuted in a real court of law based on your corrupt actions, Jack Guilfoyle. Listen, Jack, I'm a journalist. I cover a lot of stories. I do fundraisers. Jack, when I come there, I'm going to ask you on camera, Jack, are you colluding with Tim? Why'd the properties get transferred over to Tim? Why is that? Where'd that $250,000 go, Jack? Where's the $250,000? Can you tell me where it went, Jack? Because this is really curious that Tim Cottrell got $250,000 or could have received $250,000, we don't know, from the appropriation fund. And then Tim Cottrell was transferred the property. Anybody else? Put a 1 in the chat if you've never had property transferred to you. Put a 1 in the chat if you've never had property transferred to you. And the more I think about it, the more it just makes my blood boil. You guys are corrupt there. Jack Guilfoyle, you're corrupt. You're ruining this guy's life. He's got a baby on the way. You're putting him in a dungeon, charging him with felonies. He needs his money to support his family. Craig Hendry's not rich. I got to keep my... They're cheating this man. They're cheating this man. They're cheating him. Well, let me tell you something. We are not going to watch it. We ain't going to watch it, Jack. We ain't going to watch it, Jack. And I'm going to come there and start asking questions, Jack. And I'm not stalking anybody, Jack. I'm a member of the press. I'm known around the world. Lots of countries send me emails from Colombia, from Argentina, from Great Britain, from Ireland, you name it. People contact me and say, Chille, we saw what you did over here. Great. Then right now, open up your phone and do something big. Donate $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $1, whatever you can donate. With 340 people in here, if we put 325 people in here, if you donate $1 right now, we have $325 more closer to the goal. Please use the Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. I'll put it down here. This is a fundraiser for Craig Hendry. Every single dime goes to Craig Hendry. I do not keep a single dime of fundraiser money, not even a penny. Nonprofit organizations often keep up to 33% of money that they raise. I just started a nonprofit. It's not done yet. I will not take a dime. Matter of fact, I'll probably end up donating in. I will donate in. We got to help this guy. We have to help Craig Hendry. And we're not going to stop. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. We don't stop.
I see Tyson in the comments. Tyson, no worries, brother. I missed you over there, but don't worry. I knew that you wanted to be there. So a few updates. So first and foremost, thank you to my friend Jeff Pettyjohn and his wife Tina. Those two were the ones that came and got me out of jail. I haven't even gotten my phone back, or else I would have updated you sooner. But we just got back home. I just got my laptop. Ty's got the phone, so we're going to go link up with him later on. We're going to get that phone. But thank you to everyone else on the channel who has supported me in helping me get out of jail and helping me fight against tyranny, lawyers' fees, bond fees, on and on and on. I mean, it's so helpful. And I wanted to say earlier on in the live, just so it didn't get missed, right as I was leaving jail, one of the staff members, and he didn't mean anything by this, it's important to note, but one of the staff members said to me, "This isn't worth content, Craig." And he referenced to the jail. And I said, it's not worth content. You're right. What it is worth is freedom. Because the reason I went to jail is to show everybody that this illusion of freedom that they've got going on here in the U.S. is exactly that. It's an illusion. We don't have it, right? We are living in a tyranny. These people are not afraid to throw you in a cage for literally nothing, right? We had the motion to dismiss hearing on January 31st. That went pretty well. I'm happy to say I think it went well. I think that certainly in an appellate court, that motion to dismiss would be granted every day. I see Jerome Schaus is here. Jerome runs a Facebook page, and he was at the hearing as well. He runs a local Facebook page in the Terre Haute area where he covers recent events. So you want to go check him out. But guys, there were a lot of people in attendance, and they all saw exactly what happened. And I don't want to spend too much time tonight going over it because I just got home. I just got to run in, come say hi to Erica, and I'm about to go and get my phone from Ty and whatnot. But, and we see we got Ty reviews in here. That's the alternate, that is the other half of CH and Ty. You're going to want to go show him some support if you're wondering where he went. So, guys, yeah, so we got out of jail. The bond was $1,000. What happened was we went into the court on January 31st. We made our argument for our motion to dismiss. My legal team did. And I thought that it was a very compelling argument. I thought that we could have, we could have just wrapped it up right there if they wanted to, but they didn't want to. They wanted to send me to jail. So after making an extremely compelling argument in constitutional law, case law, and other law, Indiana law, and Indiana constitutional case law, we presented to the court that this case was a legal falsity, that basically this is a vendetta being taken out by the prosecutor.
Holy cow. Holy cow. Are you Larry Foreman, the DUI guy we're hiring? You guys are, honestly, I'm going to cry. I will end up crying during this live stream. The guy who we're hiring, that Craig is hiring, because we can't hire him. It has to be the individual who hires him. The guy we're hiring is donating to a fund. That's unbelievable. In other words, essentially discounting his own rate. And we have to pay him. He's an attorney. We have to pay him for his time. Let's not be silly. You cannot donate your time and lose time. It's just preposterous. So I just can't. I'm just beside myself. I can't believe it. Like, what a real G. What a real freedom fighter Larry Foreman is. Thank you, Larry. We will not stop. We will not stop. And I hope, Larry, you can cover as much of this trial as you can through your YouTube channel. We will all be watching. And I personally will come to Kentucky and follow this trial. I'll try to get a press pass for the courtroom. And I will personally go there and I will cover every single inch of this trial. If I have to go down there and stay there for a week, I will. Because we cannot watch Craig Hendry burn. We cannot watch it. This is a fundraiser for Craig Hendry. He's been wrongfully arrested, wrongfully persecuted, and prosecuted. We're raising $3,000, the first initial down payment, to the DUI guy, Larry Foreman. And we're going to then follow the trial. We're going to have to raise another $1,500. So this is the first of 3 fundraisers to raise the full $6,000, which is a hugely discounted rate. We have the people, we have the power. It's just whether or not you're able to give right now, $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever you can give right now. You don't have to be rich to contribute and be a part of this. $1 with 327 people in here is great. Think about that. $2 with 327 people, $650 plus by your $2 contribution. And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, Francisco, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Any money you donate to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, I'm going to show my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. I zeroed them out. There was $3 in Venmo when I started. Zeroed out Cash App, zeroed out PayPal. I'll show you guys the screen of each one of those in just a moment. I'm just going to let Craig continue to explain. So right now, if you can, and then put it in the comment section. If you donated through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, let me recognize you. All these super chatters, I'm going to go back and I'm going to recognize each one of you. I'm going to cut it in half and I'm going to send that money as well to Hendry's fund to hire his attorney. So if you guys would, please, there it is. I put the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal up there on the screen. Please donate right now. Thank you so much.
Office, basically by the Vermilion County Democratic Party. And the judge just didn't say anything. He said, okay, we're going to put the motion to dismiss. I'm going to wait to put an order on that. And then in the meantime, because you disobeyed my order, you're going to jail.
That's incredible. Chris Boudreau, Kyle Profro, Tracy Stanslowski, Dan Hanlon, Cope Doggy Dog, Victor Rice, Tracy again, Warren Lancaster, Thomas Morgan. Thank you all so much for donating through Venmo. I appreciate you.
Right. And it was all, it literally, yeah. And by the way, Jerome is right. Jerome, as I said before, was in the courtroom. This judge sat up there and he said, I was hoping for you to say sorry, Mr. Hendry, but you didn't say sorry. And it's like I said to you all, I won't back down. I will not back down from these people. A bond was posted for me. You know, that is what it is. I got out of jail. It is what it is. You know, I don't like jail. I hated it the entire time in there. It was about 26 hours we were in there. It was awful, guys. The only thing that got me through it was knowing that I've got great people waiting for me on the outside that support me wholeheartedly, and that they really know what is right. And so just so that everybody knows, so that we can give everybody a rundown on what happened to me, I was arrested at court. The judge said because I did not say sorry, I was going to be taken into custody for 24 hours. So we got to court, and they took us, right? They took me to the jail. They booked me in. They put me in the jail clothes, right? The stripes. They took me into the holding cell. And luckily, some of the jail staff were humane enough that they brought me a book.
Because Craig Hendry is a well-read scholar. This man and I had a discussion last night for over an hour. We could have talked for 3 hours.
By the way, I'd recommend it. It's The Maze Runner, the first book.
He's an amazing scholar. You have no idea the depth of this man's knowledge. To be honest, until we talked last night, we had never spoken on the phone. That was the first time we spoke on the phone. I think we spoke once or twice as, you know, hey, how you doing? Are you out of jail? And that was it. And now we talked last night for over an hour, and The Maze Runner, he's now recommending that book.
Is absolutely brilliant. Managed to finish it while I was in there. But yeah, well, the judge sat me down for 24 hours and I read a great book. So, but it was torturous. It was awful. And we certainly didn't eat any of their government food.
No,
in there.
No,
that would make me, that would certainly not be good for me. But I wanted to give everybody an update.
Everybody, Waltco Act is in the room. This is the man who covered the corruption in Mississippi with the Goon Squad. Here's the deal. Brian, here's the deal, just came through with 100. Craig, $100 he just donated to you. Thank you. Here's the deal. Appreciate that. Randall Hill, Angie Hensley, Agatha, Walt Kelly, J6, Michael, April Bass came through with 100. Nicholas come through. Nick Falia came through. Pistol P Rex came through. I mean, all these people. We're going to get to the goal. We're not far now. Sam Diamond, Kenneth Fogel, Stephen Blakely, Terry, Elegant Junk, Misty Brandt, Francisco came through with 50. Michael Allnut came through with $5. That's all I asked you for, Michael. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Trevor came through. Sheldon came through. Edward Leon came through. Steve Iggle came through with 100, bro. George Schultz came through with $5. That's what I need. I need $5 from every person in here to get the money to give to Larry Foreman. I need $5 from you. I need $5 from you. That's what I need right now. I need you to go to the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle and send me $5. Alan Hubbs put in $20 through Zelle. Let me check my Zelle receipts. Bruce, as usual, Bruce Rudder has contributed literally to every single fundraiser I've done for any person ever. Dan Hanlon, the same. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Let me put those up on the screen for you. I don't know where they went. Sorry about that. Let me get these in. There they are. There's Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. When we get to $3,000, we'll pause this fundraiser until my nonprofit should be done by Monday or Tuesday. And then we will do another fundraiser for $1,500 and another fundraiser for $1,500 after this fundraiser. Okay. So that'll be in a month, 2 months as we go down the road for the trial. The trial is going to take 6 months, a year. It takes a long time for a trial, but without the proper representation in these American courts, the chances of you going to the dungeon are really high. Really high. This guy could go to the dungeon. Craig Hendry could end up going to the dungeon without the proper attorney. And that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. That's exactly why we're doing what we're doing right now.
Standing tall on freedom. I see that comment there, GOX. In the courtroom, the prosecutor, the lady prosecutor, this is an old hag. I mean, she's got wrinkles all over. Gray hair. She doesn't even try to hide it anymore, right? And this lady comes in and she got a red face. And she looks at me and she just starts asking me all these questions. Did you say that you were standing up against tyranny? And I looked at them in the eyes and I said, yes, I did. I even think I may have smiled a little bit because that's something to be proud of. I sat on that stand and I was proud when they asked me, did you tell your audience that you were standing up against tyranny? I said, yeah, I did. And I wonder and I told him, I said, I am not happy about what's going on in this court proceeding. This is not okay, right? This is absolute tyranny, right? And it's being imposed on me. And right, it can be imposed on me. I'm literally doing this to show you all what it is, right? Maybe you guys are too scared of what would happen to you if you went out and did it yourself, and for good reason, for absolutely good reason. Or maybe some of you have careers that you've got going on. They've been messing with me since I was a young kid, right? Now, I unfortunately have been in the system for such a long time that I didn't get a degree. I didn't go get a career, right? I mean, and ever since I was young, they've been accusing me of stuff that I just didn't do, right? I mean, it's the truth. So I'm here to show you, having been affected by these people my entire life, these kinds of people who use the state apparatus to impose tyranny, to impose their will on the people. And if you don't conform to their will, you will end up where I just spent the last 26 hours, in a metal and concrete cage.
My God.
Right? That's where you stand. So, like I said, I don't want to spend too long on this video. We've got 334 people in here. I really appreciate y'all being here. Really appreciate your support. I do want everybody to stay tuned, because tomorrow we're going to be giving you a more in-depth update. Maybe we'll come in with Ty and we'll maybe give you all an update with Ty. Maybe put a 1 in the chat if you'd like that.
Any update?
Guys,
any updates? Always give us an update.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. Well, like I say, I haven't eaten also in 26 hours because I don't eat that government food. So I will have to go eat, see my best friend, and then go to bed with my girl. She's already in bed. Unfortunately, I get to spend time with her today. So it's 2 days we've lost. So everybody, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for caring about this story. This is one of the most important stories in America right now.
Yes, it is.
That's why you will not see it on the mainstream media. So everybody, take care, be free, never negotiate with terrorists. We will see you very soon. I see Lenny Cottingham. Glad you are out. Member for 12 months. Lenny has been here for 12 months. He's been here for even longer, I think. Much longer, I believe. Lenny is a great supporter of the channel. He's been a supporter for a long time, but he's also a great Celtics supporter. We are the people. So
God bless you, Lenny.
You all stay strong. I'll stay strong. Lenny, it's good to see you. Everybody, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here. We will see you in the next one.
So I got Craig Hendry back. He was having a little connection problems down there, Craig. We are $400 away from our $3,000 mark. And I think at this point, Craig, I want to make an announcement to the room. I don't see her comment in here. Felicia, if you could drop a comment in the comment section. I got a contact from a woman named Felicia out of Australia. And she told me that she wanted to donate to your fund, but she didn't have a way to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle. It just wasn't available to do any of those 4 transactions through any of the pay apparatuses. And so she said to me, "Can I send you a Western Union?" And I said, "Sure, I'll go down there. We're $400 away from the mark." And then Felicia sent me $1,000, Craig. She sent me $1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Felicia sent me $1,000 for you, bro.
Thank you so much, Felicia. That is incredible. That is awesome. Felicia is amazing.
Yeah,
wow.
she has the funds to give. And so to anybody who gives $1, I'm as grateful for the $1 as I am for the 1,000, but it takes a few big donors typically to get to a big goal. And so now I'll show you how close we are. Let me refresh so you guys can see me. I'm going to refresh here. This is PayPal. We're at $622 on PayPal. It's still thinking. So I'll come right back to that. Let me go to Cash App here. PayPal notification just came through. So another donation from Christopher Bracey just came through for another $10, which is all I asked for. William Makey, Violet, Robert Novak, Violet Barrios, A's Attic came through with some money. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And this all says for Hendry, great stuff for you. Just came through with some more money. Forrest Goodwin just came through. Chevy Bucks came through with a couple hundred, maybe $300 so far. Yeah.
Wow.
Just so you know,
thank you so much, everybody.
Chevy Bucks maybe closer to $400 now. The Chevy has put in. SWE Observer. Wow, look at
Larry
that.
again. Wow,
And
thank you, Larry.
Here's your future lawyer who's put in 50 so far. Nearly $3,000 reg for Craig Henry in 90 minutes. Who are you people? I never expected this. Perhaps a career change is in order. You are all troopers straight up. Thank you so much, DUI guy. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So
I
now
look forward to having him work with me for sure on this.
Now
case.
let me
It'll be
show
incredible.
you so we're at $631 on PayPal. Let me check Cash App. Cash App right now. You have rights, cops have duties. That's his second donation today. That's his second donation. We are at $997 on Cash App. Let me refresh it just so you guys can see. Refresh that bad
That's
chicken.
incredible.
$997 here. And then I know Venmo. Venmo's always Dan Hanlon. Dan Hanlon, I guarantee you, is in Venmo. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dan Hanlon has come through. We're at $200 on Venmo. We're at $200 on Venmo. So someone can do and then breaking the flaw is also being persecuted and prosecuted in New Hampshire. And I'll cover your video in the next couple of days. I've just been kind of slammed getting everything put together. And so if we just do the math on that so far, we have 1,000 from Felicia. I wish I could see one of her comments. If someone lets me know, we have 1,000 from Felicia. We have 1,000 on Cash App. So there's 2,000 on PayPal. We have $631 on PayPal. And then we have $200 on Venmo. So we're at $1,830, not including super chats. Let's get to the real hard tax. Let's get to $3,000, which is $180 more. Let's get to that $3,000 mark. There she is. There's Felicia. This woman right here from Australia literally sent me $1,000 on Western Union. She literally sent me $1,000. There it is. $1,000. There it is right there.
Chille, I also have some people that donated to me just here recently.
Show it. Let's see it. 1 second. Let me open up the screen so people can see it. Sorry about that.
I've taken notes because I didn't zero out my stuff. So I've taken notes on all this stuff.
$20 more from Tracy. Tracy just put in $20 more. Felicia, thank you so much. I just can't. Yeah, I'm not going to cry. I cry almost every fundraiser. This one, I'm not going to cry. What do you got over there, Craig?
So we've got $8 from Thomas Pinkerton, $20 from Matthew Ditmar, $10 from Dan Wolf, Robert Mazzetti with $14, Gregory Schaefer with $20, Mark LeGrand with $20, and $10 from Lori Heineman. I think that was just after the live stream started, and then Mark LeGrand with $20. And that is for a total of $92 right here.
I got 20, 14, 28, 20, 10, 20. Is that correct?
That's right.
So $92 there. So that means we are only $90 away from a $3,000 cash goal. And then I will announce, I'll look in my YouTube studio and I'll see exactly. So many of you guys have given money through, and Roy, thank you, man. I didn't say thank you to Roy, but thanks, man, for donating. I appreciate that, man. Roy threw in 100 as well and said, "This is for you, Chille." I will take the 100 that Roy donated to me, Craig, and I will donate it to you.
Well, thank you both. That's very generous of both of you. I mean, that's great. I think that everybody who's participated in this, I'm just absolutely shocked. Just like Larry said, this is incredible. $3,000 in 90 minutes or so. I never would have thought about that. So that's crazy. And like I told you over the phone, I had been wanting Larry Foreman for over a year now. You know, I saw him on YouTube. I'd been watching him before this case. And then when I got arrested in Kentucky, I looked him up and I said, this guy practices in Kentucky. I'd like to get him, you know, but I didn't ever think about holding a fundraiser for it. And thank you for thinking of it, but also for doing it, Chille, and putting your platform to use for it.
Everybody, I'm putting the link for the DUI guy into the chat right here. So everybody get over here and subscribe to the DUI guy. This is his page right here. And what Larry does is, I mean, check out 358,000 subscribers, 230 million views on his videos. I mean, this guy is the real deal, Holyfield. And, you know, probably if you watch, you'll get to see the judge made a mistake here.
Let's go on the record. The court has conducted a jury trial instruction conference.
Look at what we're going to get to watch. We're going to get to watch it on Larry's channel.
From multiple different angles.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
We're going to get to watch. Everybody subscribe to Larry, the DUI guy. I'm going to put a link in the chat. We're going to watch this. We're going to watch him defend this man. We're going to watch him defend this man. Yes, I'm on Cashapp, Philadelphia Church. It's on the screen.
Thank you very much. Listen, we got a lot done, so it took a little bit longer. As you can tell, I'm fairly punctual about time, so it took a little bit longer, but we got a lot done. We will have to take another break, so that'll be good. All right. Any other matters that we need to take up prior to, do you wish to present any witnesses or evidence, Mr. Foreman? All right. Thank you very much, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move now into the instructions, the jury instructions.
Great. I want to go to his shorts because if you check Larry's shorts, I have watched so many of them.
So what happened? Mr. Timothy Dotson consumed 2 Bud Lights, and he took 1 puff of 1 marijuana cigarette hours before driving. Why? Because he knew that day he is the designated driver. Being the responsible individual that he is, he ceased all consumption of alcohol. He did not partake in any more marijuana smoking, although his friend may or may not have, we don't know. And then around 10, Mr. Dotson was driving the 2 of them to Taco Bell to get some food because they were hungry. And on the way there, as they were approaching the checkpoint, they passed the gas station where former Officer Salyer was parked, just sitting at the gas station in front of this checkpoint. As they approach the checkpoint, Buddy starts freaking out. Like, man, we can't go through this checkpoint. We gotta do something. So what happened? Mr. Timothy Dotson consumed 2 Bud Lights.
I'm going to just say it. If Larry takes the case, I don't think they're going to want to go to trial. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? Like,
ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our goal for today. We're well over $3,500 now. We're over $3,500.
wow.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
when I said that we were 180 short, people who had already donated: April Bass, David Ferrari, Steve Vigel, Joseph Hart breaking the flaw. Steve put in another couple hundred. Steve's at $300 or $400 now on your fundraiser.
Wow.
April Bass, another 50. She's at 150, $200 so far. Brian Young threw in 100. Angie Hensley threw in another $10.
Wow. Thank you all.
Randall Hill threw in. And let me you guys make sure that we get over to the DUI guy and we subscribe to his channel. We're going to watch a couple more videos. Here's the link to the short that I just showed you for the DUI guy. Sorry about my mic, has to be closer. And so there's the link for the DUI guy. I just put that in the comment. And then, you know, Felicia, who I just featured on the screen, there's 1,000 from her. So we're at 3,500. Well, we would be at 2,500 if it wasn't for Felicia. She put in $1,000.
Yeah.
And now there's going to be super chat money that I'm going to have to calculate up at the end of this bad chicken. And so let me just show you guys the numbers so you can see them yourselves and refresh. This is Cash App right here, $1,314 on Cash App. Refresh, refresh, refresh. So that's on Cash App. On PayPal, I can't cry because my nose is so congested. It'll just mess me up for the rest of the day. We're at $651 on PayPal, 651. So we got 1,300 and 600, 13, we were 1,350 and 650. There's $2,000 right there between PayPal and Cash App. And then on Venmo,
Larry said, check your messages, Chille.
Sure.
But this is incredible. This has been incredible. Thank you for this, Chille. Thank you for hosting this, and thank you all for contributing to it. Because honestly, we are the first line, of basically against this tyrannical state that's looking to suppress speech or suppress cameras in order to keep us from knowing what's really going on vis-a-vis the cameras, or from hearing opinions that they don't like vis-a-vis the speech. And so this is going to take a huge step towards drawing a line in the sand, saying, you can go so far, but we're not going to allow you to go any further than this. And that's what me and Larry are going to be doing in Kentucky, thanks to all of you, and thanks to Chille especially. It's been great.
I absolutely have very little power. The people who here are the power. The people are the sovereign. We, the people, are the power in this country. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a StreamYard out to Larry. Larry, if you want to come on the stream and talk, we raised your money. If you guys want to keep donating, great. We got to get $6,000 total. You're welcome to keep going. I don't want to discourage you from doing that, but I'm going to send this link over to the DUI guy and see if maybe he will come on and talk a little bit. That would be great if Larry's available. I'm going to show one more video of the DUI guy right now and show his video and what he does. I'm sending Larry right now. I'm sending you the link for StreamYard. And then let's check out another video from the DUI guy here. One second. Let me just share this link right here so we can watch Larry's work in action. This man is a freedom fighter. Larry's got, just so you guys know, I'm going to show this video from Larry. It's not a long video. And what I'm showing you here is that, and you can see the thumbs up button. Larry sent this to me. I've already watched it. I already liked it. I've already dropped a comment on this video. That's how long I've been following the DUI guy, and I've been such a fanboy. And now we finally get to hire this man. 597,000 likes on this video.
Yeah, and this is one of my favorites.
You must escape proceedings.
Okay, and they have. We're rolling to see if we get an answer. What would you
You
like?
cannot roll the case. You don't have jurisdiction to roll the case. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So what are you asking me to do?
I am asking for you to wait until the answer is received downstairs in the district clerk's office. They will distribute a copy of Chief Justice Minton's order to your honor and to my office. Once we each have a copy, we will know what to do. Do we have a special judge, or do you regain jurisdiction? You cannot hold it. My client, our experts, his police officers, to come to court every single day at 1 o'clock. It just doesn't work that way. The law is clear. You must follow the law. The law says you must escape proceedings.
Okay, and they have. We're rolling to see if we get an answer. What would you
You
like?
cannot roll the case. You don't have jurisdiction to roll the case. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So what are you asking me to do?
I am asking for you to wait until the answer is received downstairs in the district clerk's office. They will distribute a copy of Chief Justice Minton's order to your honor and to my office. Once we each have a copy, we will know what to do. Do we have a special judge, or do you regain jurisdiction? You cannot hold it. My client, our experts, his police officers, to come to court every single day at 1 o'clock. It just doesn't work that way. The law is clear. You must follow the law. The law says you must.
So, I mean, look, this guy's a freedom fighter. I mean, this guy is literally fighting for the freedoms of what you and I need the most.
Now, Trooper, you're aware that if an individual is driving down the road, especially at 2,
You must.
Now, Trooper, you're aware that if an individual is driving down the road, especially at 2:50 in the morning, I think your citation says, and they see an officer or trooper on the side of the road, their natural inclination is going to be to take a little bit to the left or change lanes. Is that right?
I disagree, sir. I've been almost run over several times with my emergency equipment activated by vehicles that decided not to get over when the lane
People who
was completely
disregard.
cleared. Yes, sir.
That's dangerous,
So
isn't it?
I won't assume that most people tend to get over, or that if they see me parked there blacked out that they're going to. I won't make that assumption.
Did Mr. Nelson go to the side when he saw you?
I saw him cross the dotted line after he was already past me, sir.
After he was already passed, trying to get back into the
Because
right
I
lane?
was actually facing southbound. I wasn't facing northbound. I was facing southbound.
So maybe you shouldn't pull people over on the freeway, bud. Maybe that's a BS thing. So you can get revenue, road pirate.
Okay. Now, Trooper, you're aware that if an individual is driving down the road,
You must follow the law. The law says.
Oh, you all can sit wherever you want, absolutely. So if you all want to move up to the soft seat, you're welcome to do that. If you want to sit on the front row, you're welcome to do that. On any given day, I'd even let you sit in this seat, to be honest with you. This is not an endurance test. If at any time, for any reason, anybody needs a break, just get Chief's attention. He is your connection to me. We will be happy to take a break for you at any given time. Just so you know, I usually take a break at lunch for about an hour, and then we'll come back and we'll work as long as it takes. Oh, you all can sit wherever you want, absolutely.
what's so important about this case? As you heard from the prosecutor, a person was drinking, it's a fact. He got behind the wheel, it's a fact. He got stopped, it's a fact. And now he should be punished for it. Simple, right? Not quite. This case is not just about my client, Mr. Simmons. This case concerns the entire community. He failed to signal as he was approaching his house. So the lights went on right as he was pulling in to his driveway. Lieutenant McLeod will admit to the fact that he ran his tags, he ran his license, he ran his registration. He was trying to get something. Get this guy. But he couldn't. He had to sit and wait for him to make a violation. Driving behind him. Finally, he saw his moment. Boom. Got him. He gave him field sobriety tests, which he did perfectly, and he was arrested. So if I can summarize this whole case with but one word, this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, was a trap. You set the cheese, you place the trap, boom, you got the money. What's so important about this case? As you heard from the prosecutor, a person. So
this is an important video right here. This is titled that there's collusion going on. I'm sorry, what was the exact title of this? The exact title of this was jury is a friend of the county attorney, and that's what we're dealing with in Indiana.
So what happened? Mr. Timothy Dotson consumed 2 Bud Lights, and he took 1 puff of 1 marijuana cigarette hours before driving. Why? Because he knew that day he is the designated driver. Being the responsible individual that he is, he ceased all consumption of alcohol. He did not partake in any more marijuana smoking, although his friend may or may not have, we don't know. And then around 10, Mr. Dotson was driving the 2 of them to Taco Bell to get some food because they were hungry. And on the way there, as they were approaching the checkpoint, they passed the gas station where former Officer Salyer was parked, just sitting at the gas station in front of this checkpoint. As they approach the checkpoint, Buddy starts freaking out. Like, man, we can't go through this checkpoint. We gotta do something. So what happened? Mr. Timothy Dotson.
So right here, I have a comment from Jim Howlett, who sounds like he's black-pilled. Well, Jim, let's he says it's all talk. Well, all right, that's fine. But if we take a look at Cashapp, now it's $1,331. So that's not all talk. That's real money, Jim. Who's standing up? Over 100 people are standing up right now, Jim. We're standing up together. We don't stop. We don't back down. We don't give up. PayPal right now, $743, Jim. That's standing up right there. That's standing up, buddy. Welcome to Team DLZ, Jim. Please, right now, open up your phone and donate $1, $2, $3, $4. We got to get to 6,000 eventually. I'm good with 3,000 for today. Remember, Felicia put in 1,000. Chevy put in several hundred. Steve put in several hundred. And then Agatha put in $1 because that's what she could give. SWE Observer always donates. Michael Dolan, Cope Doggy Dog, in Cope Doggy Dog, always donates. He's $50 in that I know of. There's probably a couple donations from Cope. Jim, these are real numbers. Let me check out Venmo just so that Jim, I know you're black pill, Jim. I understand, man. Me too. I get it. I've been through that black pill, and I ate it, swallowed it, and came out the other side, and now I have a rosy disposition because we're $230 on Venmo, and we probably have $200 or $300 that I can donate from the super chat money. So Jim, have hope, brother. Have hope. Welcome. Everybody welcome Jim to Team DLZ. Welcome, Jim. And look at the lawyer that we just hired. I communicated with Larry. He's as sick as I was beginning of last week. He has no voice, so he can't come on and be talking like this. And so, you can see what a stud he is in court. He doesn't want to represent himself in that way. I understand that completely. Bronco Nation, there's the link right there. Look at that. Sweet Leaf, who's on disability, Jim, just put in $5. That's what she could donate. And so she did. And that's what I'm talking about. Crowdfunding, doing it together. That's what I'm talking about. You met Craig Henry. You've seen the videos. You've seen the collusion, the corruption from Jack Guilfoyle and Tim Kochik, whatever his name is. And you saw the city attorney, Scott Craig, get up there and lie. He got up there and lie. Scott Craig, you should step down, bro. You should resign. Someone should put a complaint in on the bar. He's an attorney and he lied. He's lying, cheating, and stealing is what you're doing, Scott Craig. You're lying, cheating, and stealing. That's what you're doing. Roy just gifted 5 memberships. If you guys want a membership, go ahead and get one from Roy. Let's watch a couple more of the DUI guys' videos because this is the guy we're going to be following in court.
Commonwealth, they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. The video, the most important possible, unbiased,
Les Paul donated.
unmodified, independent. It's as if you were there. You get a chance to see, hear, and witness exactly how Timothy Dodson was walking, talking. This evidence that they are portraying to you today, when they had every opportunity to listen to what Mr. Dodson says on the video. Watch how he exits the vehicle. Watch how he moves. Watch how he walks. Watch how he talks. You will not see any or hear any evidence of impairment in this case. Commonwealth, they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Commonwealth is trying to win this trial on a technicality. His blood has XYZ. Therefore, your conclusion must be that he is guilty. And we have an expert and an officer to confirm our suspicions. But ignore what you're seeing here on the video. That's irrelevant. Just focus on the technicalities. Focus on the numbers that we're giving you. Focus on the testimony of biased, interested witnesses that we are giving you. But don't pay attention, don't listen, don't hear to the only independent, unbiased evidence in this case. Commonwealth is trying to.
So this is what I'm talking about. When we come together, let me just give you guys, and let me read off those names of the people who donated recently because I want to recognize everybody. Tracy Stanslowski came through again. She donated again. She put more money in. She didn't need to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. So that's on Venmo. Let me check Cash App here. Cash App right now, we're still 331. So there's Bruce with another donation. Wow. There's Randall with a donation. There's Thomas Anzalone, Randall Hill. Billy came through with a donation. Charles Sherrier came through with a couple bucks. That's all I asked from you, Charles. That's all I asked. Bruce came through with another donation. All right. Cool. I thank you all so much. Let me bring on Craig. Let me bring him onto the stream here real quick. All right, my brother, your fundraiser for today is completed, dude.
Man, well, thank you, and thank you to everybody that contributed to this. We're gonna get this sent over to Larry. As soon as I get it, I'm sure that he'll have something for me, and we'll get it sent over to him.
There's a link to Hendry's videos, and here's a link to Larry, the DUI guy. You guys get over to Larry's channel, subscribe, go watch all his videos, like every video that he has. There's the link to one of his videos. Then you just click on his name below the video you're watching. Go through and give that DUI guy some watch hours. Put on one of his videos, his longest video, and let it play. Listen to it in the background. Support the activist who is an attorney. I mean, Larry has contributed $50 in super chat money for the fund we're giving to him.
It's awesome. And man, and I'll tell you, Larry said that even though this is going to be very short notice, I mean, today is the 7th of February. My court date is the 12th of February. So there's only going to be 5 days.
Oh my God.
Here to now. But he said he's going to make sure somebody's there from his firm to take over, you know what I mean, to represent me on this case. And I think that's very professional, very prudent.
Sure.
And I am really, really looking forward to working with him on this case because like we saw, I don't know if you're interested in showing the video again because there's probably some new people in here, but that arrest in Kentucky was so bad. All I did was call him a effing thug. And then he proved me right the very next second.
Did you send me the link, or that was the first video that we watched?
That was the first video that we watched.
Okay, I know which one that is. We can show that again. No problem.
Thanks, because
absolutely no problem.
This is crazy what's happened in this case. And I'll be honest, Chille, I'm glad that you're paying attention to it because I didn't really think that it got the attention that it needed. This is a big deal. I mean, we had these cases settled, I thought, in Cohen versus California, things like Houston versus Hill, especially because this is a police officer that we're talking about. Yet I was still arrested. The prosecutors are still prosecuting, and they saw the evidence in the case, which leads me to believe that there's a little bit of some suspicious activity. There's a little bit of some questionable behavior going on between these prosecuting attorneys and perhaps the sheriff's department. And maybe even, I don't want to get into too much with it because some stuff is potentially sensitive when you're talking about government officials. I'm sure you understand.
Drop me the link for that video in the chat if you would. I've been through in the private chat. I've been through 10 links today.
Let me do it.
I just want to make sure. And let me give you guys an update on the funds because I just want to be as transparent as I possibly can. So now we're up to $356 on Cash App. We have the $1,000 from Felicia. So there's $2,350 right there. And then on PayPal, we are now up to, oh my goodness. We're up to almost $1,000 on Cash App. We're up to $930. And that's going to be Henry Grace. Henry Grace just came through with a couple $100.
Wow.
And William Maxey just came through with another 100. And
Thank you, Henry Grace and William Maxey.
He's already donated. And then Gary Bryant came through with his money that he always donates. Gary, thank you so much. You do what you can. And Gary Bryant came through with another donation. And now we're at 942. Alan Hubbs, let me check my Zelle real quick. I haven't checked the Zelle receipts yet.
Wow.
So of course, there's Alan Hubb. Alan Hubb right there coming through. Another $20 from Alan Hubbs. Wow. It's just,
thank you.
We got to get to 6,000. We may come to close to 4,000 on this stream right here. Someone could put the numbers. One of y'all Team DLZ members, Bruce, Greg, Mikey, one of you guys put the numbers in here again, because I'm a great big dunce cap. I can't do math and do a live stream at the same time. So let's call that 950 on PayPal. Let's call it on Cash App. Refreshing. 1350 on Cash App.
Wow.
Let's call Venmo. Refresh. We're at 230 on Venmo. and we're $1,000 with Felicia. And then we probably have at least 200 or 300, probably 200, 300. I mean, you know this, Craig.
Yeah.
That on the super chats, I can only give half of that money. You know that.
Yeah,
So-
well, the YouTube takes a lot from there. I mean, that's how they run their business. So it is what it is. But I mean, if you would donate that, and that would be
Of course.
so helpful, man.
Every single, and then 92 coming in from Craig's people.
That's right. That's right. Let me
So-
check. Let me see if we've got anything new, because I haven't been on my phone this time here. Looks like we haven't received anything new recently, but thank you to everybody that did donate to
There it
my,
is.
Cash App and PayPal.
The Citizens Broadcast Cooperative has it there. We're at 3530, and then I'll count up all of the Cash Apps, and believe me, there's people who keep track of every single dime that comes through on my page. They keep
Yes,
meticulous
I know
track.
it, man. I know it.
They really do, and that's okay. I don't mind that. I want to be held accountable just like anybody else would be held accountable, and I'll probably put this through my nonprofit as soon as my nonprofit is done. So right here, Bruce said 3530 plus 100. So that's 3630, 3620 plus the money here, plus
Yep.
the money here.
And I sent you that link in the private chat, just so you know.
Okay. Is the very bottom one?
Yes. And that link is, of course, of the arrest that we're raising money to defend against, because the state is maliciously prosecuting me. I think it's just as well said there.
I wanted to see the clerk. They'll be bad here, bro. I don't think they'll be bad.
On chains.
I don't think they're gonna be bad here, man. Sorry.
Can't film inside the building.
Is that a law? It's a law?
I believe it's prohibited to film inside the building.
Where does it say
Public
that?
building? This is a public building, isn't it?
Hold on. Can we get this figured? Is it prohibited? Is there like a thing up here that says it? Just want to make sure.
What all is in this building? Is the clerk of courts in here?
Okay. Please remove. It will be returned once you have passed through the metal detector. Items prohibited include, but are not limited to, pocket knives, wallet chains, and other large chains, keys, lanyards, nail files, anything with a blade, regardless of the size, firearms, pepper spray, and any other items as determined by security. These items may be returned to your vehicles or thrown away. They cannot be held for you or left hidden outside. And see, that is the reason that you have the right to search us. So according to the executive order, is for weapons, right? So this wouldn't really fall under that, at least to me. Oh, I'll empty. Yeah, I got no problem. Let me see.
Is that okay?
I just don't know.
I don't want to record anybody's sentencing or court. You know what I mean? I just want to see the clerk.
Just take a former air from the
Okay, you gonna get your supervisor here? All righty.
Just a minute.
Yeah. No problem, brother. Do your thing.
Dan Hanlon with another donation. Dan Hanlon put in more money just now. Chris Boudreau with another donation.
You guys can't record in here.
Why?
Record inside the building.
Why is it?
Why? It's a security risk.
What?
Oh, why are you?
Check your PayPal, Hendry.
I'm not a security risk.
No,
I
I'm
promise.
here. I'm here. It helps
I'm a
with the
journalist.
story. Where it helps for my story if I can get good scenes, skimming the walls, showing the architecture, showing the trees and whatnot.
Okay.
There's not a security risk. That's nonsense.
Okay. Did you talk to our head of security?
No, we only talked
No,
to you. You
but
said everything was
you
okay.
guys being
Another one of you. You have someone else with you all.
I
He's right there. He was talking to our
okay.
supervisor.
Okay, yeah. I'm not with him. I'm not with him. I honestly don't know what the problem is. I think that you being employed by the county, the rules that you're paid to enforce are the laws with, regards to this courthouse. There's no law prohibiting any.
Okay. I
any
just asked that
phone
you
recording.
speak to our head of security.
Well, okay. No, I just ask that you guys respect my right
I just wanted
to film in public and be
Yeah, it's
a journalist in public.
I
It's the
understand.
First
I just
Amendment.
asked that you speak to him. If you're
Okay,
prepared to just step
I
out
actually
and
don't
speak to
have
him
an
for a
interest. I don't
minute.
have an interest to speak with him.
Okay.
It's not against the law to do what I'm doing.
Isn't it
I'm
okay
like,
to go through
I don't know what
security
else
and
to
see the
say.
clerk of courts?
I don't know why
That's
it's so
not okay?
difficult to let a camera in.
Why would you sequester the clerk of courts so the public can't see? Oh my.
You guys you guys realize that like if the law doesn't say you can't do it, then you can do it. Because the law, there's so many things that you can do. The law it can't provide for everything that you're allowed to do. So the way the law works is it provides for the things that you aren't allowed to do. But there's no law saying we can't do this.
Yeah, they picked a shorter list.
You guys admitted
right?
that you guys don't know the law. You want me to speak to the head of security. I'm just asking that you guys learn your jobs. Like we're being all secretive. She's going to call some county attorney or some bullshit. Like I've already gotten in touch with a lawyer. We're going to be doing some things with the federal courthouse because they wanted to act like clowns. If we want to do that here, we can do that. And it's not, I don't sue the counties. I sue each individual officer that violates.
I'm so sorry. Amazing just came through with another 100. Amazing 3DG. Let's bring on Craig Hendry real quick and have him read the names because, Craig, you there? I can't hear you. Let me take your there you go. What'd you say?
Sorry about that. I was muted. Yes, I am here. And so I just got another $10 PayPal from SWE Observer. That's Swedish Observer. And it looks like we got a Cash App from Chris Miles. We got a Cash App from Don Wolf. And we got a Cash App from Matthew Ditmar. But I think we already read them out earlier.
I just want to read the names who've donated to you because Team DLZ, I try to recognize everybody as much as I can. But those folks who've donated to you, I want to recognize their names.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Amazing. Nana came through with $7. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Swedish Observer says freedom.
Yeah, and by the way, Amazing 3G right here is in for over 300 right now.
Wow. Thank you. That is amazing. Just like the name that they chose. So
William Maxey is in for over 100 so far.
Wow.
Yeah, all these people. Rebecca Hancock just threw in another. And let me see. Okay. So I just wanted to recognize a few more people. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep watching this video. And this is the reason why we're raising the money to pay the DUI guy.
It's me. And so that's the way that this is going to go. To do that here, we can do that. And it's not, I don't sue the counties. I sue each individual officer that violates me. And so that's the way that this is going to go.
I want to ask you, you're going to have to step to the side or something because we also have business to run.
Oh, that's fine. You guys run your business. I'm trying to, get some of
Can you
that.
please move?
You
so
can,
that way I
hey,
can
he
get-
is right here, dude.
Delivery, general sales.
Okay.
And just need to see where I need to go and.
So you honestly don't want me to start the process?
That is a
Empty my
Chris one's
pockets or
across the
nothing?
street,
You don't.
Judicial court. No, that one-
Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't want to hang out right here. That's the problem. I wanted to see the
Where
clerk.
can I park?
We have a big truck.
It's a 26-foot box. And I've got 40 cases in there.
That's a big box.
I'm not sure where they park them over there. That's
Hi. Did you just say we want to cause problems, man?
Oh, no. No, I just want to
You
see
did,
the
didn't
clerk.
you? You did. I just got it on camera,
Yeah.
dude. We don't want to cause problems. I'm a private journalist. Well, why?
Can't we talk
Because
right
I'd
here?
like to talk to you.
Okay, we can talk right here, man.
There's business going on here. Let's go.
Yeah,
out
yeah.
here.
Well, there's business going on.
Kevin Brzezinski with the donation. Thank you, Kevin.
Like, I don't know what this is all about, guys. What do you mean now? Is that an order? Is that an order?
Let's go out here. Yes, it is.
Okay, what's going to happen if I don't?
That's up to you.
No, it isn't. I'm not going to force you to violate me. I have a right to be here.
Let's go outside here and we'll talk about you.
How funny. He says, I'm not going to force you to violate me. And then he goes over and violates him.
I have a right to be here.
Let's go outside here and we'll talk about you.
Hey, okay, you can't, you can't. You're gonna physically assault us because we want to see the clerk of court?
Wow.
Are you really doing this?
Yeah.
Because we trying to see the
This is how you try
clerk.
to talk to people? You fucking thug?
Yes. And then he torture cuffs him.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh my.
You didn't know this?
Yeah, I wanted to see the clerk.
Yeah, tyrant, thug, pig. We're getting all of it. We're getting all of it.
It's got that control.
Oh, absolutely. Not control somebody's family with a legal order.
It wasn't a legal order.
Matter of fact, I asked you to step outside.
But you don't have the right to ask him to step outside of a public building, you jackboot thug pig. All right. So listen, all right, Craig, listen, anything you want to say? Oh, my dog is barking. Anything you want to say to the people? Oh, sorry about that, Craig. I'm back again. 1 second.
Absolutely, there is. Yes. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you all for standing up for freedom. I think it's crazy what happened to me in this case, and it's something I'd like everybody to keep in mind, and I'm sure that everybody here knows this already, but these people actually swore an oath to uphold our rights under the Constitution. Yet it seems so often they're the only ones violating those rights. And so that's something that's why I go out and do this. I go out to show you that these people can't be trusted, that they aren't who they say they are, that to the contrary, these are the people you should fear the most, because inevitably, you know, in a profession like a police officer, you know, there's such a thing as the toilet bowl theory, wherein the biggest pieces of crap always rise to the top. I saw a chat saying first day on the job, Piggy. No, this guy is the chief of the court security officers for that courthouse, which leads me to believe that he's been on the job for quite a while. This is common practice for him, it would seem. So thank you, Kinetic Truth, for the $20. I appreciate the good luck. I appreciate the $20. It's very helpful. But with that being said, guys, I know that I have got to get my kid off the bus soon. So Chille, thank you for doing this, man. And thank you to everybody for being here. I really can't express my thanks enough with words. It's incredible, because this is my dream attorney here that we're going to get. And this guy is a great guy as well that we're going to hire. So we're going to get him in, and we are going to crush tyranny in their own courtroom. So it
will be televised. It will be televised.
Absolutely. And then everybody's going to see it. So
I will fly down there and I will cover it with you.
That sounds great, Chille. Well, I look forward to it, man. Well, you take care, and thank you again to everybody else, and you all take care as well. I'm going to head out.
Take care, Craig. Thanks for coming, buddy. We'll see you on the next one. All right, everybody. That was Craig Hendry. I'm going to leave the funds. I'm going to leave $30 more just came in. Someone just said $30 from Joke just came in. Okay, so let me give you guys the numbers. I'm going to leave the money in Cash App, PayPal, Venmo for 24 hours. So that way, if anybody else donates, we'll get the cumulative cost there. Remember, everybody, Felicia put in $1,000. She put in $1,000. She put in $1,000. Remember that. Felicia, huge thank you for you. You contributed over 25%, and I just am nothing but grateful. And then we got another super chat money coming in. Look at that. Another 50 SEK. I'm not sure what that's worth. I'll give you guys the total from that. And so for the next 24 hours, I'm going to leave the Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal completely alone. I'm not going to touch it. And let me give you the numbers, the final numbers here, because we're at 2 hours. I will let you guys go. But let me just show you something. So on Cash App here, refresh. Let me refresh. On Cash App, we're at $1,416. $1,416. On PayPal, Let me go to wallet here. On PayPal, we're at $1,044. On Venmo, we're at $250. On Venmo, we're at $250. Then we have the 1,000 from Felicia. So I couldn't do those numbers in my head and think at the same time. I'm so stupid when it comes to being live and on the and then Derek Morris is telling me that Felicia is going to put another $500 in. She's never not done what she said. It's just Team DLZ, baby. It's just Felicia's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we're going to be over $4,000, which is 2/3 of the bill. And every single dime is going to Craig Hendry so that Craig Hendry can then pay his attorney, Larry Foreman. You guys make sure you really subscribe to DUI Lawyer and watch a lot of his videos and give him a lot of support and love. You know, let him know that he is now a member of Team DLZ and we are a member of the DUI guy. We are a member of that channel. We are a member of Craig Hendry's channel. It's Steve threw in over $300. This has been the single most money that I have been a part of helping raise in my history as doing a fundraiser donation system for other people. So I am nothing but super grateful. Thank you all so much. I'm going to leave the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I'm going to leave them right where they are. And if anybody watches this video, we have to get to 6,000 eventually. We're a little over 4,300. I'll give you final numbers tomorrow when I count up all the Cash Apps. And so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, Chevy, Cope Dog, Bruce, Mikey, Felicia, V. Boyer, April, Mark, Steve. I'm trying to remember all the names of people who have just contacted me through Damone. Thank you. Jackboot Thug Pigs. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. News Now Ninja came through today. Here's the Deal came through with at least 100. I think he may have put 2 in. I'm not sure. All you people, Angie, thank you so much. Team DLZ, there's Felicia right there coming in with big cash. Just so you guys know, the way it works when you do fundraisers, 80% of your money comes from 20% of the people. 20% of your money comes from 80% of the people. If you can remember those statistics. So we had those big donors today. Excuse me. And we were able to hit our goals. And I am nothing but grateful. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. My voice is gone. I'm at 2 hours. I better get the flock out of Dodge. You guys, I am nothing but humble pie here. I didn't do this. You guys did this. You guys all did this. Age Go, you are here by contributing to the chat and sharing the stream. If you're watching this later, continue to donate for the next 24 hours. I'll show my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal first thing tomorrow on my live stream. And we don't stop. We do not stop. We are not going to stop. We just hired this guy, the best lawyer he ever could have hired in the world, because what the courts hate is transparency. They hate transparency. They don't want everything to be televised. This trial will be televised, which is going to be an amazing, amazing feat. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. My voice is completely gone. I'm starting to hack. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for your donations. I will make a list of all the people and I'll put them in my community tab. Tomorrow we'll get the final tallies and I'll get the final tally from all the super chats. Chuck P is in the room, everybody. Chuck P is one of these amazing guys who donates every time. Every time. He put well over $1,000 in for the wheelchair for Eric Trulio. So thank you guys so much. And I have an update from Eric coming as well. I'm going to see if he's going to be willing to come on camera and talk a little bit. I got to get the flock out of here. I got to get the flock out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.